name is Dawn. I'm originally from the San Fernando Valley, but I've lived in the Antelope Valley in the Palmdale area for about 9 years now. It's me, my son who is about to be 3 in June, my daughter who just turned 1 in April, and I've been part of the BIH program, I want to say maybe about 1.5 years. I had some idea about the disparities in healthcare with the maternal mortality rate and infant mortality rate. I did a little research on it, and when I saw it, I thought it was cool that it was a targeted program for African American women, and I thought maybe, I could gain some new knowledge. When I was pregnant with my daughter, I had some issues with my blood pressure, and my doctor noticed it, and he sent me to the ER maybe 2 or 3 times. And they'd check my blood pressure, they'd monitor the baby, and then they would send me home. After I had my baby, about 2 weeks after, I ended up back in the hospital with postpartum preeclampsia. And when I had my follow-up with my doctor, he was angry because he was like, they should have never sent you home. I told them repeatedly, my blood pressure is high, I have a history of high blood pressure, and they continued to send me home. And when I had a blood pressure of 150 over 120, that's when they were like, oh yeah, something's wrong. The numbers were right in front of their face. The history was there. It just seems like they chose to ignore it. That's par for the course with Black women. A lot of times you're ignored, you're dismissed, and a lot of times your life is at stake. BIH has really been a safe space because it allows you to talk with other women. No matter what you're going through, you can count on the fact that there's somebody going through a similar experience or somebody who has been through a similar experience that can kind of give you some wisdom and encouragement. That's what makes me feel safe. And honestly, being around people who are in the same demographic as you does help. They really have a strong sense of cultural competency, and I really appreciate that. Pregnancy and motherhood, depending on your situation, can be kind of isolating and lonely. And so for me, it was the bonding aspect. It was the knowledge that you gained about how to take care of yourself during those times, how to take care of baby, some tips and tricks. I also really appreciated how they gave a lot of resources for you if you needed something. It wasn't just, hey, if you need something, you can let us know, and then you never got anything. It was, do you need diapers? Do you need wipes? Do you need resources to help you get this? They cared about you and your pregnancy, but they also cared about you outside of that. Do you need food? Do you need this? I like that they take care of you holistically. They have the group for when you're pregnant, and then they have the group you can join once you've had your baby. And so you can talk with other women who have just had their babies. It teaches you about breastfeeding and how to deal with your emotions postpartum. It goes over postpartum depression and how to deal with that, and just kind of supporting mom and baby during this part of their life. The biggest challenge of having a baby is time management. You kind of get lost in how to do things and multitask, and that's been pretty challenging. Kind of coming to grips with that I am now a mother, and not only have I given birth to children, I've given birth to a new version of myself that I need to learn, as well as learning my children. They give us weekly goals that we have to set and meet by the time we meet for the next week. If you have anything that you're working on, if you have anything that you need to accomplish, it kind of holds you accountable and keeps you motivated to set goals and keep them. So I think that's something that I've really enjoyed about it, because it's useful outside of the group. Because I tend to be a little bit of a procrastinator, so knowing that I have people who are going to be like, hey, you said you were going to do this, did you do it? And so the accountability aspect has been challenging in a good way, though, I think. I don't know how they do it. I don't know where the resources come from, but if you need it, they have it, or they can connect you to someone who does. There have been tons of resources available that I would have never knew existed out here had it not been for BIH. It makes me feel like motherhood is doable. It makes me feel like as a mother I can thrive, because I know that if I don't have the answer, then maybe they will, or they can connect me to somebody who can better answer my questions.